Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Coffee and Cards. I know it's been a freaking minute, so thank you so much for tuning in. But today is going to be a special day on Coffee and Cards. So not only am I going to be doing the readings and stuff like that, but we are going to be using some fun decks because look at what I got in the mail. I got in some new cards. So this is freaking heavy AF, man. Like when Hay House has a sale. I am there. So tell me hi, how you guys doing? Doing good? Okay. I definitely need some more coffee today. So I think I'm just going to start going right into this. But good morning, Linda. Good morning, Chris. Okay. Sorry if it's loud. We're getting into the stuff. Okay. Okay. I want to give everybody a minute to get in here, but if you're in the academy, I'm not sure if you know or not because it wasn't posted on Facebook, but office hours is today at 11, okay? And it's about going over like spiritual journey and stuff like that. So, good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Justina. Good morning, JP. JP, it's your birthday? Yes, definitely need more coffee. I'm actually going to be, it is hot in here. It is hot. Okay. Let me do this. Okay. And then we will start getting into some of these card decks that I got. I'm going to start off with whichever ones I see. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing? Okay. So very first card deck that's in here is the Rose Gold, the Rose Pocket Oracle. Now, I already have the regular deck, but this is the pocket version. So you have to have the pocket version, just like Mystical Shaman. We have to have the Mystical Shaman ones. These were only like $5 or $7 or something crazy like that. Oh, yes. Angels, Answers, Pocket. You have to have that. You have to. And so then I got doubles on a lot of these, or maybe even triples. Ooh, the Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle. This might be good. I'm going to put this over here. If you have a deck that you want me to use today, then comment it and then I'll put it in a separate pile, okay? So let's see. I did get a couple of these, which is the Crystal Ball Oracles, which these are freaking amazing. I love those decks. All right. I did get another one of the Witch's Rune Oracle. Another one of these. Let's see. You love the full-size Angels Answers? Yes, I don't use them enough. Louise Hayes, Affirmation for Forgiveness. Ooh, the Herbal Astrology. Was it was Carolina from the Academy suggested these, and then this is the pocket edition. So let's see. What else do we got? Oh, another one of those. All right, let's see what else we have. Angel Answers again. We have the Crystal Ball again, and we have the Herbal Astrology one again. Let's see what else we have. Okay. Ooh, African Goddess. This is the pocket size one. I have the regular version. Oh my gosh, this is one of my freaking favorite decks because it's just so gorgeous. It's literally right there behind me. I love it. Ooh, the Time Traveler's Oracle. Ooh, this is good. Okay. Next one. Ooh, Cheryl, you're going to like this one. Past Life Energy Oracle. All right. This is getting good now. What's this? Ooh, Moonology Messages. Did I have this one already? I think I might have had this one already, but I might have two now. All right. Another one of the African Goddesses. Ooh, Inner Child Oracle. Ooh, that's good. Is that it? Nope, it's not it. Okay. So, The Ancient Stones by Rebecca Campbell, but I had that one. Law of Positivity. Ooh, Angel Answers again, pocket size. African Goddess, pocket sized. Let's see. Ask Your Guides, Oracle. Yes, that one. I don't know. Maybe it's the colors that I like with that one. And last but not least, what do we got? Ooh, Manifesting with the Fairies by Karen Kay. Karen Kay actually agreed to be on my podcast. Is that not freaking so cool? So did Diana Cooper, but we haven't been able to make our schedules match. Of course, I would do whatever to make Diana Cooper and Karen Kay's schedule, but they're busy gals. But they did agree, so I know that they'll follow up on their word. Okay, so which ones do you like? Yes, Time Travelers. Okay, Time Travel one. Time Traveler. Yes, I can't wait to try that one. Let me move this over out of the way. I have no freaking room today. Okay. So just to let you know, we're going to start off with the time travelers because that's what everybody said. But just as a recap, the new ones are Ask Your Guides, Law of Positivity. And I would show you the back, but it really doesn't do it justice because it's so small. The Inner Child. I'm going to put the Moonology messages over here just because I'm pretty sure that I have those. Past Life Energy. Time Travelers, which is what we're going to get into now. Herbal Astrology. The Runic. The Witch's Familiar Runic, and Manifesting with the Fairies. Okay, so, gosh, I need more room. I really need to clean my office, like, so bad. So bad. The Inner Child one, yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me open up this, and we will chat, and we'll do some readings with this one to start off, the Time Traveler one. Now, I'm going to tell, like, I don't know. So there's big major changes happening behind the scenes, and especially with the Academy as well. So if you guys are in the Academy, it's going to be so freaking amazing. But I will tell you guys that the Academy the price is getting raised, and it's not going to be month to month. If you're in the Academy, don't even worry. Nothing's going to change for you. That's why I'm saying, hey, if you were thinking about it, to get in now before the price goes up, because I'm going to be adding a lot more freaking coolers. Like it's just mind blowing. It's just mind blowing. And then I met with Rachel. Is Rachel on here? Then Rachel even blew my mind even more. And so it's going to be freaking crazy. Just saying, that's another reason why that I'm decreasing my amount of one-on-one sessions. Okay, so, oh, by the way, let's just look at these cards really quick. They are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh my God. I don't think that on Facebook it's doing it justice. I don't think it's doing it justice. Okay, let's do this. I always knock 3 times. Doreen Virtue taught all of us, knock 3 times. 3 is an awesome number, right? And then we're going to, usually I go ahead and I touch every single card, but I'm not going to do that right now. And I'm going to set the intention that only 100% love and light and truth of the highest, what is it called? The teachers of the highest truth and compassion. Only messages for those of the highest good are allowed to come through this card deck. And you guys, it's already like so much energy inside of these cards. What I'm actually picking up from these cards is that there is a lot more different kind of messages on these cards than in other cards. You know how in other cards they usually always have, I hate to say it, but like the same kind of messages that are coming through. With this card deck, I actually get different kinds of messages that are not typical or normal in other card decks. Is kind of like what I'm picking up. So I went ahead and I just pulled as a couple for a group reading just to get us situated inside of this card deck. Okay, so here we go. It is grounded, and it says Australia. So yeah, already, right? Already it's talking about something, which by the way, just make sure you're in the Rise into Your Power group on Facebook, because I think you are, because this does have something to do with something that's coming up in a couple of weeks in the Rise into Your Power group. But yes. Okay, it says number 17. I'm going to look at this because this is very interesting. Okay. It's number 72 and 73 in the guidebook. You guys, my husband right now is away, and he was born in 73. So I wonder if you guys have a connection. It could also be somebody that is 72 or 73 years old, which my aunt is. So kind of keep that in the back of your mind as well. Very, very hard to read this. But it says blah, 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 blah. This is the time to ground yourself with what is important in life. Okay, let everything else go. Relinquish the flurry and the busyness of life. Release worry about the future and let go rehashing your past. Take time to be present and reflect. You need to ground your energy to take advantage of the opportunities awaiting for you. You are called to dive deeper. Go beneath the surface to discover hidden gems. Take a second look at things that you may have dismissed the first time around. Explore your roots to uncover what is valuable in life. Honor your ancestors. There may be something that seemed closed and forgotten that is ready to open. Stand firm in what you know to be true. Being grounded means that people or situations that are unsupportive do not sway you. Stand up for others who cannot protect themselves. So there's actually lots of freaking messages going on in this one. The very first one, though, is it's like I feel like we're putting too much on our plates that don't matter. Okay, so making sure that you are filling up your day with the stuff that matters. All right, so here's one thing. My freaking office looks like a tornado freaking went through it. So does my whole freaking house, even though I just freaking cleaned it like 2 freaking days ago. All right, and so the thing is that is not important. Like right now, like yesterday, going and hanging out with my son was freaking more important, right? It's like, oh, I got dishes, I got all this stuff to do, blah, blah, blah. I literally dropped everything so that I can hang out with him. And then when we were done hanging out, you think I came home and cleaned? No, I knew that I needed a rest. My body needed a rest. So I put everything else by the wayside. So that's what you're being called to do. Number one is that, going ahead and making sure that your priorities are the things that mean a lot to you, And so I know for many of us, the things that mean a lot to us are going to be our family, our friends, and hanging out and stuff like that. And maybe you have OCD and maybe you have to like clean things like that, but maybe you can lower your standards a little bit so that your priorities can take the limelight, where they belong. That is the very first thing. The next thing too, I really feel like we just need to be more present inside of our days, because what I'm picking up too is a lot with the relationships is like a butting of heads and not seeing each other's communication clearly because there's such a reactiveness. But I feel like who's ever resonating with this message is like, you need to like be more mindful, because what's coming out of the other person's mouth might not be what you actually think. I think that especially, I don't know why I'm picking up like a relationship that where it's like the person is more hurt, but it's coming across a little bit more angry, a little bit more aggressive than it actually is, than they actually are. Kind of reminds me of me sometimes, because my husband's like, wow, you're being really mean. But if I'm being mean, it means I'm really hurt, So kind of keep that in the back of your mind. If you have like any kind of relationship issues, I think this is like a romantic relationship to where you guys are butting heads, not getting along with your like romantic side, I'm talking about, and like things around the house. And then the thing is also talking about just making sure that you are grounded, and not just more of like spiritual peace. So if you are feeling spacey, feeling forgetful, if you're feeling like, how else do you say ungroundedness? But basically that means that you're ungrounded. So you need to like get into nature. You need to wear an ankle bracelet that will help you ground. You need to set the intention to ground, be inside of your body a little bit more. So we're going to continue on, but so far I have no idea how this relates to time travel, but let's look on another one. Yes. Okay, that's you and your husband. Okay, yep. Fear and hurt is usually the basis of anger. Yes, yes. And then just because my heart is hurting today. Yes. Okay. Let's see. This is going to be for the group, so if it resonates with you, it says 10 and it says deliberation at the feet of Lazu, China. All right. So let's look. So Lazu, old man. Let's see. It says number. Wow, you guys, 58 and 59. And 59 is like my mom's age when she passed, and she was born in 1959. So I'm going to take this. It could also be someone who is that age, or the 5 and the 9s, May 9th, something along those lines. So it says here, yeah, Lazu is the author of the Tao Te Ching. Yeah, the founder of Taoism. That's true. My husband is a Taoist. Taoism focuses on deliberating thoughtfully in life being genuine, letting go of attachments, and embracing simplicity. Yes, he is telling us now to be thoughtful with every action and to be measured in our responses of activities in life. And it says there is a great value in being deliberate with your decisions that you make in life. Of course, there are situations that call for spontaneity and making choices on instinct, but there are other times when it's important to think long and hard about what's ahead. Yes, this card is assigned to not make any decision without thinking through every aspect of what that choice will entail. If there are two paths ahead, one complex and one simple, choose the simple one. If someone wants a quick decision from you, graciously decline until you've had time to deliberate. There is a place within you that always knows what's true for you. Take time in silence, stillness, and meditation to discern on how to proceed. This card can indicate a need for authenticity in your life and a need to follow your voice. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. If there is anything or anyone in your life that doesn't feel authentic, it is time to release that situation or that person. You notice how much slower that I talked? I talked because I was being very deliberate with that message, because I feel like it really needed to be heard from someone. I feel like it has to do with a relationship and really making, choices right now. But if that is not something that you're dealing with, definitely just making sure that every single choice that you make is going to be the one that you truly want, and don't feel rushed, don't feel bullied into any of it. And I tell you that all the time. I'm like, sleep on it and stuff like that. Very rarely in life is there things where we absolutely have to make a decision right freaking now. We get in our own heads and we think that we have to, when the truth is we truly don't. Like, I know you might be like, oh, I really do, but I'm gonna say no, you really don't. There's always extensions, there's always things where you can put it off. Now there are times like when you're buying a house and things like that, I understand, but it's still, you can take 5, 10, 15 minutes to meditate, to journal it out. And the biggest thing here is making choices that are deliberate, all right? And not always going with the flow. That's my problem, is I'm always go with the flow, which is Taoism, right? The way, go with the flow, that kind of thing. And that's what I'm changing up in my whole entire life. I am going to be going by schedules now. I'm going to be more disciplined. I'm going to have that self-discipline. I'm working on it. I'm doing it. And that's the reason why some of these changes are coming up, because I'm no longer going to be like, woo, and that's kind of like the group reading. Like a lot of us need that apparently. All right, let me see. Let's see how they do in what's it called? Regular readings. Okay. Learning about my light and dark feminine energies helped me with my relationship so much. Yes. Love that, Carrie. Light and dark feminine energies. Okay. What happens if it's someone you can't release? Oh my gosh, Tony. No joke. I have a podcast episode coming out. It's either going to be this Wednesday or next Wednesday. And we talk about soul contracts. And that's exactly what we talk about, is about how to release them. But let's see. I did pull this card and I think it's for you. And it says trust. And it says number 41. Sorry, you guys. These are not extremely intuitive to read when it comes to like questions like that. Like seriously, so Tony's like, hey, what if you can't release them? And I want the card to answer it, not me. And like, do you see that? The one thing that I am picking up though, Tony, is when it is a lot of past life connections, I'm talking about. So who knows, maybe you guys had this kind of thing, but it's this kind of life, maybe you guys were on the sea or overseas and things like that, like in this life. So a lot of times when you can't let go of someone is because your soul recognizes them. It can also be too that your soul contract isn't over yet and you haven't learned it, or you haven't deliberately cut the cords in order to release that person. And then here it says here, this is not a time to stay in the safe harbor of your life. Trust that you are being guided. Unfurl your sails and go forward. You are protected as you ride the current of your soul. What I'm picking up is you have to do it like a Band-Aid. It's almost like, how we get obsessed with something and our mind won't stop thinking about it, whether it's like we're going to be late for an appointment, we were late for an appointment, or we keep on repeating the same mistakes in our head over and over again. Like, I can't believe I said that. I was so stupid. That's the same kind of thing that I get with this relationship or this person that you're talking about. And it's like, you need to keep on distracting yourself. Like, you need to like get either new friends, new people, something like that. You need to find something that every time that you start going down this hole or getting together with that person, or even in your mind getting together with that person, you need something to distract yourself so that you're no longer inside of that energy. And it says here, trust that it's perfect time to plan a journey or vacation or move in a different direction. And then it says either in your location or in your job. If you've been thinking of a trip or a move, this card is verifying that it is the right time. I don't know why, but I'm also picking up like a getaway that you need to do like by yourself. And it's so funny because I tune in and it's like you either don't have a desire or like not the money or time or something along those lines, but it's like literally just going to a place that is like by water where you could just sit and chill with like a journal. Like I feel like that would be very good for your soul so that you can really unravel a lot of the crap that you've been through in this life. Because when I tune in a little bit more, it's like, yeah, when I say that some people have tougher lives, like that's what I get with you. Very different from your family. That's kind of like what I pick up. Let me know if that makes sense to you or not, because it's very strange how this is coming across. But I think it's just because you have a tendency to hold on to things that you don't even need to hold on to anymore. It's almost like too, I also pick up like you are holding on to family crap too as well. Like those are your family situations. So that's their stuff to learn, not yours, but you're carrying it with you. And I feel like you learned it from them to carry it with you. It's almost like being taught that you are the like responsible, or because you didn't want it to happen to you or something along those lines, and you're carrying it with you. Very weird. Okay, this is the medical situation, so they can't go unless they leave. Let me see, unless they leave. Let me see about that medical situation. The thing is that I don't pick up you having to move physically. It's all in the mind, like disassociating with the mind, and then also picking up I feel like there is other, like, what is it called? Opportunities, paths. There's other choices that can be made to where you could free yourself a little bit, even if moving from the person physically isn't able to. You can have that mental change, and then also maybe to bringing people in and stuff like that. And I know people are like, oh, wait, no, but there's time, money, energy, and stuff like that. But it's like, don't cut off the miracles that spirit can give, because crazy crap can happen. I don't have money. I love to do the journal by the beach. You're spot on. Yes, exactly. Okay, perfect. So like it's so funny too because you just never know what's going to happen. I remember one time that I went to Lakeside Mall and I was there. There's a mall right over there, and I remember going around in the parking lot and seeing this lake here. And I remember to myself like, oh, I wonder if there is a bench or something that I could sit in, and then I can just like be by this lake because I could go to Lake St. Clair Shores, but it's hard getting parking and blah 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 blah. I could just go right here. And that was like how many years ago? I don't even remember, 2009 maybe. I live off of this lake now. I have a dock on this freaking lake. I can walk to the freaking island. Outside this window, I can see a freaking bench. So I never knew that this was possible ever. Do you think in a million years that I would even think I could own my own house, let alone like a house on this lake? So that's what I'm saying is that miracles can freaking happen. And then I forgot about this stuff for freaking like decade, you know? So just know that there is stuff that can happen. Miracles happen, craziness happens. We just have to make sure that we're just open to it. So we can't be like, no, that can't happen. This can't happen. This can't happen. No, like I feel like it drives our freaking spirit guides crazy. Oh, look at this. And also, Tony, just know planning. Okay. So there's answers inside of you to where you can really see from this. You are not a product of what you're going through right now. Okay. Let's see. Yes. Oh no, nanny mom. I've been going with the flow for a while, but life just yes. Majorly yes. Okay. Okay, two things just really quick before I show you this card. I don't even know what this card is, but I just gotta say two things. If you are going through life and it is just like shitting on you and shitting on you, number one, like how many people have been there? How many people have been there to where it was like, can I have a freaking break? All right. Like, let me know if you have, because I know for me, it was like, it was raining, it was freaking pouring. It was like my car would go out and then my other car would go out and then I'd lose and then I'd lose my power or whatever like that. I would get evicted. My son would like get it suspended from school. And then all of a sudden, like, guess what? It's like the week before Christmas and no, week before Thanksgiving, my ex gets freaking laid off. They're like, yep, sorry, we're closing down shop, right? Not even 3 days later, I walk into my job and they're like, yeah, we're closing down too. Oh my God, this is right before Thanksgiving and the holidays. You have no idea what kind of freaking jobs I was trying to get. Like I was so close to like whoring myself out, okay, because I had no freaking money. I ended up getting evicted like a couple days after Thanksgiving. It was freaking crazy. I was living in a fucking motel that my freaking pastor at my church was paying for. Like it was crazy. But I'm not trying to diminish anything. But number one, if that's going through, the very big thing too is just to see if there's any changes that you can make. There was changes that I needed to make, but I was not making them. All right. And the second thing is if it's not number one, then it's part of your path, you know, so that you can know how strong you are, how badass you are, how you can truly get through everything, right? And it makes, you know, at the time it's not more fun, but yeah, you look back and you're like, man, I went through all of this. You can't knock me down, you know, like that's the reason why I love the Imagine Dragon song. And it was lock me up in a cage, throw away the key, you know, lock me up in the cage, throw away the key. I was born, I was made for this. And it's like, if you're listening to me right now, you are a freaking fighter, you know, you are badass. You were born for this. You didn't go through all the crap in your life and in your childhood and through all those freaking relationships for freaking nothing. It's because it has made you freaking stronger. You are so freaking awesome now. You know, I tell you what, if you compared us to just like regular Joe Schmoes that are not like sensitive, empaths, and things like that, oh my God, their freaking life is gravy compared to ours. But you know, we can handle stuff. They can't. It's almost like going to like the trauma gym, if you will, you know? So yes. Oh my gosh. So many things hitting you once right now. Yes. I feel like Tony Robbins right now. I feel like we can walk on fire and be like, yes. Car broke down, dishwasher died, cracked head open. Oh my God. Yes. Let me see. Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go. So yeah, nanny mom, right? It says two. It says activation. Humans discovering fire in Africa. Okay, so I guess that at the bottom here is where they talk about somewhere in time. But it's so funny because humans discovering fire, and I feel like that's what they're telling you to do is to discover your freaking fire. All right. So because I feel like right now it's running rampant, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't feel like this is anything that you can stop. So you know how I said it's like number one. I really don't feel like it's number one, but I feel like they're saying that you can start to put out fires. The number one way that you can start putting out the fires in your life is start thinking about how your life is changing. Your luck is changing, okay? Like, please freaking do this. I promise you, if you do this, you're going to feel a little bit of relief. But what happens is that we start doing this downward spiral, and then we're like, life sucks, life's hard, everything goes wrong. And guess what happens? We keep on snowballing that way. It's like almost like you're freaking rolling down a hill and you have all this freaking momentum, and it's going to keep on going and keep on sucking unless you do something. You got to stop like your freaking arms and your legs out. You're going to be like, wait, it's getting better. And then slowly start climbing back up a little bit. All right. So that's the thing. Let me see what else it says as well. But I also feel too that in your life, people need to be accountable for like their decisions. But I don't know where that's coming from. I'm trying to like tune in and I'm not picking it up. So let me see what this says. It says 42 and 43 in a guidebook, and it says it says an activation and an emergence of vibrant, radiant energy is occurring in your life. This can be enthralling and exciting time for you. Not very exciting, is it? And then it says just a warmth of sun activates a spout to push through the soul into your light. You are ascending into a time of new discoveries and vast creativity. Ideas that have been incubating within you for a long time are now being activated and moving towards manifestation. This is a great time to start projects. What I feel like they mean with start projects is doing something new. All right. You have to change. You got to get out of the freaking cycle. Okay. And the thing is that I'm not saying that as soon as you stop or you start doing something else, I'm not saying that it's going to change, because I feel like this energy has been a long time moving. So I feel like there's a lot of energy between all the crap that's going on with you. But then I feel like once you start thinking differently, it's going to start changing it here coming up soon. And then it says, however, just as the sparks of a new flame need to be cupped and protected from the wind as they build, and just as those early vulnerable sprouts need protection from the weather until they grow strong and tall, so do you need to protect your ideas, discovery, and projects in their infancy. Be careful to whom you tell your thoughts and innovations. Share your ideas only with those who are supportive. I literally feel like this is not, like, I don't feel this message for you. I feel like they're talking about reclaiming your power. And there was something else too. Oh yeah, making sure that you are really listening into your intuition, because I feel like some of the culprits that you have been in have to do with you going against what you felt was right. So I don't know why. I'm not sure this is specific, or I'm not sure if this is literal or symbolic, but I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm almost like seeing you invest in someone, and I'm not sure if it's like a contractor. I'm not sure if it's like you bought something, but you kind of knew that it wasn't right, like the right person, the right thing to buy. But then you kind of doubted yourself a little bit, and then it was like about money situation, and then you're like, no, I'm just going to buy, this is cheaper, like the price is a little bit better, so I'm going to go with that, even though like there was something in you that was like literally telling you like, oh, that wasn't been a good idea. So it's almost like they're telling you to make sure that you are really listening to yourself and your intuition, because that's also going to stop all of the crap. And then just to like give you a little bit of of what else I'm picking up, because I don't want you just to like be in the crap. So when I'm asking spirit, like, hey, what's going on? Like, is she going to be okay? All these other things. But I do get it's going to be coming to an end soon. I just feel like it's almost like the storm before the calmness. All right. But keep in touch with me. Let me know how that goes. Let me know how that resonates. All those kinds of things. Okay. Okay. Yes, they really need to be more accountable. Yeah. And just to let you know, when I felt that about needs to be more accountable, I also feel it's because they are creating these issues or they're making them worse. You know, there was something there with that. And maybe that's also the thing that you need to change, is that dynamic, you know, not listening to them anymore, listening to yourself, you know, stepping in. And that can be really hard, especially because I feel like this is something to do with like relationship or person close to you. So just let me know. You're like the ultimate cheerleader for psychology in a good way. I love you, Cheryl. Change the mindset. Easier said than done, but it helps. Yes, I know. So that's why I'm like, okay, kind of like what we talked about with Tony, which was making sure that, you know, she keeps on distracting herself from those thoughts, and then not just making it up to where it's like you believe something that's not true. It's almost like believing that things are changing. Like, that's why I keep on telling my husband, okay, have you guys like heard that one episode with my husband where I feel like he's manifesting the bad stuff? And he is manifesting, like, anytime that he loves anything, it goes out of business. It gets discontinued. It gets all of that stuff. And then he goes ahead and he shops at Kohl's the other day. And he's like online and he shops and he does it on my card or whatever like that, but he's doing all of the work. I'm like, hey, do you want me to do it for you? He's like, no, I got it. I'm like, okay, cool. I've been shopping at Kohl's since I've lived here. Okay. So 12 years. I've never had an order be canceled. His order was canceled. And I'm like, can you just freaking say that your life is changing, like your luck is changing? Because that little bit, anytime that you catch yourself going down the same bad rabbit hole, being like, wait, no, wait, it's changing, it's here, it's here. Oh my God, your husband's the same thing as I'm telling you. Okay. Okay. Why? I think I'm drawn to Amber A. And it's really funny too, because Amber A, I think she's watching from YouTube. Are you associated at all with the month of September? Because there's a lot of energy around September. So when I get this, I'm like, okay, is this like a birthday of somebody's? I'm seeing a lot of like balloons and like celebrations, but sometimes I know it sounds kind of weird, but like past loved ones can do that too because they are celebrating that they're going home. So let me know. But I also get the 6 with you as well. And it says chaos and it says Italy. Okay. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know how to. I have it on do not disturb. Okay, let me see what else is coming up. So it's number 6 here. All right. So by the way, 6s for me are all about balance as well, Amber. So keep that in the back of your mind. It's number 50 and 51 in the guidebook. So I would just keep an eye on for anybody who is around that age, anybody that is born at that time, or also in May. And then it says, if you've been feeling stagnant lately, it can indicate the need to shake things up in your life. Maybe it is time for the deconstruction of old beliefs, limiting situations, or relationships that don't serve you. This is a time to break free. Don't live by the dictates of others. Be willing to step beyond the rules and regulations. Vitality, inspired creativity, and new life will emerge as a result. I don't know, and I'm not sure if this resonates with you or not, but I'm feeling something along the lines of, you know, you don't want to keep on going because, or make mistakes, or, you know, do go against the grain or whatever people think, you know. And I think it's just because of like the way that you were raised, and it feels, I don't know why I feel it feels strict or like religious. I don't know. Let me know, unless there's like just one person in your family that was like that. But I get that kind of energy, you know. But then all of a sudden, as I'm tuning in a little bit more, I'm getting glimpses of my ex relationship. So I wonder if it's not family. I wonder if it has to do with the relationship. It could be a little bit of blend of both. Okay, but it says there's a chaotic energy in your life. And it's time to settle. It's time to focus on what's important to let everything else go. Step beyond the chaos. Even when the volcano is at rest, there is a possibility of a huge release of energy. In a situation, there is potential for great power. Perhaps it's time to be like the volcano at rest and allow the vast store of vibrant energy to grow within you. Let me know. Let me know if she's still on. Oh yeah, and JP, are you still on, JP? JP, OMG, WTF. JP, Jenny, right? You know you. Okay, it's number 7 and it's communication. Look at all that blue. Oh my God, and this reminds me of something that's going on with the academy. Okay, so, but basically it's like talking about, but making sure that your communication is coming off correctly. All right. So you know how we talked about a little bit about how sometimes hurt can come through as anger and stuff like that. I don't get that you're doing that, but make sure that you're not. Making sure that the other person is understanding how you are communicating. It's truly like how you feel. And I feel like making sure that you do express it and try to express it clearly. And then also too, I don't know why, but they're saying something about read between the lines of anybody that you're talking to, because it's like you might think that they think one thing, but it's really not. It's almost like either trauma or hurt is blocking it, and so they might not realize it. But there's definitely something there with the communication and making it a little more clearly. And it's 52 and 53 in the guidebook, and it's talking about grace. All right, and it says true, authentic communication can be healing and empowering. Be willing to speak up for yourself and for your heart. You can heal yourself and others through communication. Take a risk and have the courage to speak in a forthright manner. Share the unspoken darkness that may lie heavy in your heart. And that part's really, I think it's like deeper than what you've been doing. Because I feel like you're going to say, oh, Heather, I've been doing this, or blah, 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 like I've been doing good or whatever like that. But I feel like there's some underlying either resentment or seeds that were planted for a while ago. All right. So it says, there are some people who, no matter what, won't be able to hear your feelings and your thoughts. For those people, embark on a guided meditation and see their higher self before you and speak from your higher self to theirs. This can be profoundly healing. Very rarely in books, okay, in these guidebooks, do I ever say like, oh yeah, that's going to be profound, like that's going to be good. No, I really do think that you need to do that meditation, even if it's for 5 minutes in your car on your lunch break or whatever like that. Find the time to do it, because I feel like you need to go into your higher self and talk to whoever is coming up for you when I am talking about this card, and see like, okay, talk to their higher self. All right. So It says this card can also indicate that it's time for you to teach or expand your capacity as a teacher. Teach what you know, teach from who you are. Girlfriend, what's going on with your teaching thing? I know that you're a teacher, so this is freaking crazy that this card is coming up. So it's talking about expanding. So I'm feeling like another possible job move, school move, and those kinds of things. And it says it's also time to suggest that opening your heart and commune with the divine, speak to the creator, and allow yourself to listen for messages of the beyond, which I think you're already really good at that. Yes. Let's see. I'm here. Okay, yes. So that's really cool about the teaching thing. Like, are you, I remember like reading something from you that like you switched schools again or something, like thinking about switching schools again. So let me know. Okay. Tony, you teach too? And this is what I'm talking about. It's freaking amazing. Like, it's amazing the synchronicities that come through on the cards. So, and then if you feel like I'm talking to you too, like, even though I say it's for Jenny, like, take it, man, because spirit is coming together to make sure that more than just like one person gets a message. Teaching elementary and college. You're teaching both? I did switch to a new school district. Okay, great. All right, Carrie. It says 28 and it says patience. All right. So I don't know why, but I'm feeling like with today specifically, you need to be patient with yourself and other people. I don't know why, but I was feeling like I'm not sure if you've seen this or not, but my coach ordered me to relax. And I feel like that's something to do with you as well. And even though you might be like, oh, Heather, I have been relaxing and stuff like that, it could be also with your mind. But I get like the patience with yourself and other people. And also too, I just get to like, if you have to make any decisions, like, no, you don't, just kind of freaking chill is what I'm picking up. This says under the Bodhi tree in northern India. So I definitely feel like answers are coming to you. Okay. So they're talking about when Buddha became enlightened. All right. So it's almost like just wait. There's going to be more information that is coming through. It's 94 and 95 in the guidebook. I'm also drawn to your kids as well. So I don't know what's going on. Is there like a lot of energy around them or something? But be patient with them and don't stress out at all. So I'm not sure if they're wanting a lot and things like that, but it's almost like at least for today and right now, it's going to be a you coming back to you kind of situation and day. And I know that may be really hard because anytime my son wants anything, I just like drop everything and go there. But that's what they're saying not to do today. And then it says, do not move forward. Do not make major decisions or sign contracts. Okay. Knowing will emerge. The right direction will appear. As you wait, it is not uncommon for your imagination to be sparked. Savor and mull over the information, but do not act on it just yet. Yes. You would not plant tomato seeds in one night and then go to shout the earth the next morning because there are no tomatoes. Instead, you would trust that even though you can't see the results of your efforts, eventually tomatoes will appear. Whether you're waiting for an investment, a project, a relationship, or a diet to pay off, forbearance is called for. Beneath the surface, your life is transforming. You just need to be patient. If others are acting badly, remember that bad behavior comes out of fear. Don't look at this time as a despairing one, but as preparing for the future to unfold. If you're willing to wait a bit, your dreams will come in the most miraculous ways. Let me know. I decided to homeschool my girls this year. Ooh, that's going to be fun. My sister homeschooled her daughter for a few years too. I'm getting, remember to communicate for you. Others will receive information, they receive it. Your responsibility is to communicate clearly and honestly. Love that. Okay, good. I'm glad it resonates, Carrie. Okay. Oh my gosh, Sarah, you joined the academy? Okay. Like maybe, okay. Part of me wants to show the academy peeps what's happening or at least share a little bit. But you guys, like I wanted to be a big, huge unveil because it's like, okay, like you know me and my ideas. Okay, just really quick. I'm going to tell you how that came about, but I am going to do pick a card. So A, B, or C. So if you came in and you were really wanting a message, you wanted some guidance, or maybe you already, got a little bit of something on one area, but you're like, wait, what about this area of my life? Okay. So, wait, do I want to? Yes. Okay. You have to go with whatever comes into your mind. So all of a sudden, when I said that, you thought of, your husband, your wife, your kid, your house, your job, or whatever it is, your health, then that's what you probably need guidance on. So I almost doubted myself, but I was going to say, like, what do I need answers on? And I immediately thought of the stuff that's going on in the academy. And then I was like, no, I don't want to ask that. No, I'm going to ask that. So whatever card that I'm drawn to is going to have to do with the academy. Oh my God. And now I just got a feeling in my stomach too. I have another competition coming up this weekend. So I feel that. Okay. And all of a sudden, as I'm talking, I'm getting more information. I'm getting what cards. It just came to me just like clear cognizance, just a clear knowing. All right. So you just might all of a sudden just get A, B, or C inside of your head. All right. So that means that is your message. All right. But let's do it Let's do it the old-fashioned way. I gotta be careful of my neck. Okay, so, okay, A, B, or C. Maybe put them in your mind's eye. Look at them, A, B, or C. Does one of them look a little brighter, a little bit different than the other one? Because that could be your sign that that is your card. Go ahead and rub your hands together, activating those hand chakras, putting A inside of your hands, feeling the energy. If you can't feel the energy, it's okay, because more and more you practice, the more that you will feel it. Putting B in and putting C in. And it's so funny because the cards that I got cognitively are the same ones that I'm picking up in the other senses. Okay. So what happened was I was going on one of my mediocardio sessions, right? And I was listening to a podcast and I kept on getting this feeling, this nudge. This is how it comes through, okay? But when you start paying attention to your mind, you start realizing that it's not all of your thoughts and it's coming from spiritual world. It may seem at first like it's you, but then after a while, you start trusting, like, hey, I'm not that smart, okay? Like, this has to be spirit. And spirit kept on saying, to this one woman that I had some sessions with and stuff like that, they're like, hey, she needs to be your mentor. You need to take her offer. The next offering that she offers, you need to take. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And so they said, not only do I have to take her offers, but I have to do everything she says. And I'm like, all right. And they're like, you're going to be uncomfortable. And I'm like, all right. So I come home, I open up my freaking laptop and I have an email from her with a brand new offer. And I'm like, oh my God, this is freaking perfect. Right. So I never bought anything so fast in my life. Right. And it was a heck of a lot of money. Right. And so then I freaking, enroll in it. I take her offer. We have a over 2 hour session together. She's blowing my mind with some of these things that she's coming up with. She is channeling. She is doing a great freaking job. She's like more about business though. So she's not like past loved ones and that kind of situation. So anyways, I have to go out and I have to do some more cardio. So as I'm doing this cardio, remember, movement is moving energy. That's all of a suddenly when spirit starts downloading the stuff that's truly mind blowing. And I am like, are you serious? And I am like, just like ravishing in all these messages. I am like, texting them on my phone. I'm doing voice clips, everything else. She doesn't even know yet. My next appointment with her is not until Tuesday. She doesn't even know half of the stuff that we've done. So then I go ahead and I tell Rachel, who is my assistant, and we meet at the mall the other day. Even more mind-blowing. And it's like, how in the world did I not think of this before? Number one, if you are going through something where you're like, why wasn't it so obvious? How come I wasn't doing that before? The number one reason is it wasn't meant to be. All right. And then number two, it's because sometimes we just need to take the first step. And sometimes if they just push us in to the amazingness afterwards, it would have been too much of a leap. You might not have believed in yourself. It might have been too much of an undertaking. So sometimes we have to take those little steps. Okay. And so that's what I feel guided to tell you guys. All right. Happy Sunday, BC. C, a little bit of B. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Carrie says I'm glowing today. I'm so beautiful. Okay. I am getting B and C. And then I asked Spirit, I was like, which one is for which? Because I had two questions and they said that I will know once I pick up the card. All right. So let's get to A. It says, wait, 2A. Just keep that in the back of your mind, anybody. The number 2 and A, it just really stood out to me. All right, so it says 29 and it's peace. And it's St. Francis of Assisi, Italy. All right, so already, okay. First off, I just feel like if you chose card A, you're really divinely protected, okay? I really feel like they want to say number one thing is that you are protected. You are protected. You are safe in this lifetime. You are safe now. You might not have been safe in the past and things like that, but they're telling me that now it's almost like the mountains are behind you. I'm also getting the Fool's card in this card as well, so I feel like you're on a new journey, you're embarking, and you might be like, Heather, I don't know what to do, and I don't know like where I'm going or whatever like that, but I feel like taking the one step at a time is going to lead you to your destination. And it's so funny too, because I believe that I put this in my newsletter on Friday, but it's like the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, which I believe was written by Lao Tzu. All right. And it's 96 and 97 of the guidebook. And it says, no matter what is happening on the surface, know that all is in perfect harmony. Everything is flowing smoothly and effortlessly, as if it is meant to be. Peace transcends fear, rises above the illusion of separation, and connects you even more with the Creator. It is the awareness that everything's unfolding according to divine timing. True peace isn't static and boring. It's full of grace, enthusiasm, and vitality. Serenity isn't something that you need to seek or to try to attain. It's already within you. Remember that you can choose peace in any circumstance, even when things around you are chaotic, confusing, or irritating. Breathe deeply and fully and simply choose peace. It can be that simple. If finding serenity is a challenge, spend time in nature. It is a universal balancer. Simplify your life and clear clutter. Cherish your animal companions. Take care of them, and they will care for you. All right, so I don't know why, but that last line really stood out to me. So I just have to say, if you have a fur baby on the other side or some kind of animal and pet that you lost, I really feel like they're saying, hey, I'm with you. You know, I am with you. I don't know if I'm not sure if somebody thinks that they're, oh my God, there's no way this is about Kelsey. There's no way that this, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so crazy. Okay, I just want to, I always say this, but I'm putting a disclaimer out there. I will not ever try to make anything fit. I will never say, oh, I'm just going to put this together. I'm going to tell you exactly what was happening. That there is a fur baby that was wanting to be reborn and reincarnated. So I was going to say, if you are thinking that if you have a dog or if you have someone in your life that you feel is incarnated or is reincarnating, then know that this is your sign that they are reincarnating in your life. Okay. Or if you already have a pet, and you think that they are the same one, then that is true. And so as I was thinking this, getting this information, all of a suddenly I was feeling Kelsey from the academy, who has a really crazy story about that. And then when I looked over into the comments, I seen that Kelsey chose card A, and this is freaking card A. I didn't know that. My mind is freaking flowing. I got chills. Like, I'm getting emotional right now. This is freaking crazy. I had no idea. Like, oh my God. Okay, Kelsey, hopefully you can come to office hours because we got to talk about this. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, Kelsey, how do we tell people this if they're not in the know of your story? So Kelsey's crying. Oh my gosh. And Kelsey's like, I picked A and made the intention about the baby coming. This is so nuts because there's been like ultrasounds that Kelsey has had where it looks like her past dog is like with her baby. Oh my God. And like we think that her dog is coming back, maybe even as the baby, because her dog's name was Baby. This is Yeah, and oh my gosh, and BC got emotional too, and I got chills like all over my body right now, and that means that like you're onto something. Like this means that it's truth bumps, right? So I am like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown right now. And so Tony was saying, I have a cat, and I've always thought that she was a reincarnation of my first ever cat. Bam, Tony, this is like your confirmation. This is nuts. Oh my God. And Nanny said, my dog is all over me lately because I'm sad. My dog who passed away is with me. Yes. Okay. And Carrie got the same thing too, Kelsey, when I was talking. Let me see what else. Okay. And then we had Cody, and now we have a Kiwi, and I swear it's Cody. Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about. I think that this is freaking confirmation for you guys with your fur babies and things like that. My cat Nala is much like my first cat, Kelly. Oh, and goosebumps again. I literally thought about Libby right before you mentioned it. Now she's around. I'm telling you. Okay. So that is the biggest things that are coming up for the card A. But if you're still like, Heather, I don't understand like what this really means to you, it's saying to take another step, take another action step. Okay. And a lot of spirits are around you. So that's going to be a lot of past loved ones and also a lot of like past animals and things like that. So when I do readings with animals, some of the most common things that I see that they say that show that they're around is if you trip over your feet and there's like nothing there, if you hear their collar, those kinds of things, if you're finding dogs with their same name or their same breed, like that's another way that they're coming up. And then also too, I don't know why, but I'm just getting this image of pictures appearing. Does that make sense? It's like maybe you thought that you lost the picture or something along those lines, but the picture suddenly appears. Like that's kind of like what I'm picking up. Okay. Baby has leveled up and is coming back. You guys, this is gonna be so freaking crazy. Can you imagine like talking to Kelsey's baby and being like, were you a chihuahua in a former life? Nanny says, I know our dog, Pat Mac. Okay, yes, is reincarnated as a current dog, Ruick. Oh my God. Nala's always by me because I go to the hospital a lot for my health. See, I had a kitten I love so much that passed away too soon, and her name was Baby too. Sarah's like, I picked A, take another step. I finally joined. And as you were talking about my pet's pup curled up on my lap, Sarah, yes. And you're going to love something too that's coming up in the academy, but yeah, you're going to love it. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's card B. Are you ready? Oh yeah, Sarah, can you come today? It's at 11 o'clock. Can you come? That'd be so cool. I thought of my Great Dane tank. Oh, you guys make me want a freaking dog. Oh my God, I'm super jealous. I like this card a lot. This is my card. You guys can't have it. So card B people, you can't have my card. I'm kidding. Okay, it is Adventure. I freaking love Adventure. And it is number 3, which is like one of my favorite freaking numbers, right? And it says the Silk Road in Inner Mongolia, which I love Mongolia. I love Mongolia, because there's a lot of freaking like, monks and peacefulness there. So it says adventure. So on for freaking card B people, I feel like they're saying hang on for the freaking ride. All right. So hang on for the freaking ride. Any kind of challenges that are coming up for you, I feel like they're saying that it's part of the divine plan. You may understand the reason why that it's coming up now, but just know, I don't know why, but I'm getting house and then get someone moving and then it like falling through. Now, I'm not sure if that house is going to come back up for sale or it's because your other house is coming through, but I definitely feel something about like it falling through, but then it's working out. Definitely for card B people, it's going to be that sign where it says, things are happening for you and not to you. Okay. So I don't know why, but it's like, this really bad day that I had recently was coming up too. And I was like, why do I feel like crap? This sucks. And the reason why was because it taught me a lot in that time. I had to be patient. I had to like so many different things. So let me look and see what it says. It's 44 and 45 in the guidebook. And it says, adventure entails risk, but it is the juice of life. Without it, your life can feel lackluster and even stagnant. You don't need to know how everything turns out. This is the time to take risk in your life. Something exciting is right around the corner. Have faith that there is a higher plan, even if you don't know what it is. Wonderful new experiences wait to fill your life. New frontiers appear as you enter a period of expansion. Old limitations start dropping away and get ready. Instead of waiting for a new quest to unfold, you can create a new adventure yourself. They can even be small in the beginning. Try doing your usual task in a different way. Do something out of the ordinary. Talk to a stranger. Take a road trip without a plan to see where you end up. You may also receive this card if you are considering becoming a writer or a poet, doing podcasts, or starting an online adventure. This card is an excellent sign to move forward with your plan. A girl had a reading with me, and in that, I guided her to start her own podcast, and she did. And it's going freaking amazing. And now she's helping to change people's lives. So people who have a story to be told and you feel like you need to tell your story to help out other people, this is also like your sign. And it's almost like just keep on taking it one step at a time. So oftentimes we go ahead and we compare ourselves to people who are way ahead of the story than we are. And it's like, but you don't understand where they started. Tony Robbins, his very first thing, there was only like 6 people showed up out of a 250 room, thing. You look at freaking Oprah Winfrey, she was at freaking fat camp when she got freaking called, to play The Color Purple, so we have to take one little baby step at a freaking time. But I do feel like this thing is an adventure. Honestly, I really feel like they're saying that everything that's coming your way is meant to happen. I don't know why too, but I'm seeing like airports as well. And I'm seeing like luggage being delayed or something along those lines. And now for me, I'm just going to tell you something. When I was reading this, I'm trying to ask spirit, because maybe you're having the same problem. Like, is it about this situation or is it about that situation? So for me, I actually pick up the thing with the academy is going to be new. It's exciting. Freaking jump, right? Just keep on jumping or little baby steps. Sometimes little steps feels like jumps. That's going to be a fun freaking adventure. And then the other thing is that I don't think that my travel to my next show is going to be awesome. And I also feel like maybe things are going to be a lot different and I'm not really going to like the experience. Okay. So just kind of know that both of those things are going to be playing into your life. And I have to say one more thing too, for card 3 people, it's like, I feel like you might be down here too much. Like you're looking too much into like the finer details. You're getting too wrapped around the axle here. And it's like, almost like you need to see life as a game. You need to see life as like a big and vast, right? You need to think about when you're on the other side and you're going to think about whatever is happening in your life right now. So if you're having your life because you're like stuck in a relationship, you're stuck in a house you hate, your freaking job sucks, your boss sucks, you need more money and things like that. Like, don't get so stressed out around that, because I'm actually feeling hypertension too with some people that chose card B, but I'm getting like, go ahead and think about your viewpoint from the other side. You're not really going to care that much about walking to your boss's office and asking for a raise. You're not going to care so much about the little baby things. You're going to be able to see it from a bigger perspective so that you can take that one single step and walk out, and do something a little bit differently. And I see 2 challenges in your future. But it's like, hey, even though you have challenges and stuff like that, it's okay though, because I don't feel like they're big. You can get over them. There are going to be challenges. You are going to have to work for it. But it's like, how much does it truly mean to you? Okay. So I didn't choose this card, but shy away from adventure. But this card is speaking to me. Abigail said I had a dream last night where my flight kept getting delayed. Oh my God, freaking Abigail. So even if it's not delayed, I think it's spirit saying, hey, like we know about that dream. I know when JP was like fat can't pay, that was her words in her book, not mine. Okay. She said that, not me. Okay, so it hits for you. I have been depressed a lot lately, and because of my health, I nearly died about 6 weeks ago. Oh my God. And since then, I've had the flu and pneumonia. Hopefully, this is the end of being sick. Yes. And like that's why I think too. So, Tony, did you choose card B? Just one little step, one little doctor's appointment at a time, one little medication, take it in it one day, one step at a time, and, when I went through my health journey, and I was trying to get buff and stuff, I would always like, like do this. And my husband's like, if you keep looking at it, your muscles aren't going to grow. And then, but I just kept on looking at it. And now it's like, wow, I'm there, So it's like going ahead and knowing just one step, keep your head down, do it every single day, and you're going to get there. We just got back from a family cruise and our luggage was delayed for the first time ever on a cruise. Yes. Okay. All right. So this is card B. Let me know if you have any questions. All right. So here's card C. Ooh, purification number 34. And it says here, the Ganges River in India. Okay, so already I get a need to release and to let go of expectations. Okay, so this one here is like you might want to know like what's going to happen. You probably want to know like the answers. You're going to want to know like XYZ going to happen, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, hey, you're not meant to know. You're not meant to know. Oh my God. This is so weird. Okay, it's so weird because they're not meant to know. And then all of a sudden, I got this feeling in my stomach that I should tell the Academy what's going to happen. So this is weird. I'm going to think about this, okay? So it's number 106 and 107 in the guidebook. And it says here, there is a sign that it's time to purify your life. If things get too cluttered, it's almost impossible to see clearly into your future. This can make it difficult to receive messages from your soul. So go and clear the clutter of your home. Oh my God, you guys, who else has like a really messy house right now? Oh my God. Okay. Wow. And it says consider a detox diet. Okay. Release whatever doesn't serve or support you. Let go of the old, unneeded, and unused. If there's a situation or person in your life that seems to be clogging your energy field, take steps to lift them up your vibration. When you take time to purify yourself and your environment, not only will you feel lighter and brighter, but you will also become a clear channel for the light. This card can also indicate that it's time to eat lightly, drink fresh water, and consume food with strong life force energy, such as fresh fruits and vegetables. Purify your life with all that you do not need. The clearer you become, the more you can benefit others. Oh my God. Who else here feels like card 3 is giving them a talking to? Like, that's what I feel. I feel like Spirit is freaking saying to card 3 people, like, all right, number one, what you're focusing on might not be as freaking important as freaking Spirit says that it is, okay? And then they're also saying, too, that you need to make your environment a little bit better. Mind, body, spirit, the people that you freaking hang around, like, definitely like a little bit of like a mini makeover situation, right? I don't know why, but they really want me to tell and emphasize, too, stop hanging out with people that make you feel like SHIT, okay? And the thing is that people might not really realize they make you feel that way, but just take a freaking break, just don't say yes to them and their next little endeavor that they want you to go on, okay? So they just want you to scale back, go ahead, upgrade some people in your life, okay? Some people that, that, like these people's here, hang out with spiritual people, hang out with spiritual meetups, get some other people or people in your life that you love, spend more time with them. But I also really feel too, because they're talking about that detox diet too, because that really stood out also to me as well. Because what I'm doing now, and I told you guys this before, I'm not sure if you remember, but like I'm in an unhealthy state right now, okay? Because I'm in bodybuilding. This is part where for the last like at least month or two, I've been going into unhealthy levels. All right. So this is them saying, hey, after this weekend or whatever like that, get yourself back up, get you back into healthier levels. And I'm totally going to do that. But I just feel like hey, even if you think that things are like healthy and stuff like that, they might not be healthy for you. So this is really about talking about your body as well, because I feel like they want you to take care of it. And I feel too you're being way too mean and way too critical on your body. All right. And that's speaking to me too. It's so funny because as they said that, I was like, that's not for me. No, it's for me too. It's for me. So oftentimes we're just not tall enough. Our hair sucks. Our skin sucks. No, you have this freaking vessel. You have this freaking body. You know how many people like want to be born and into this body? These are hot commodities. And then when we transfer to the other side and we're looking back, we're going to be appreciative of our body. And then, yeah, maybe our body sucks sometimes because we have illnesses and we have disease and we have sicknesses and stuff like that. But the thing is, our body is always trying to work for us. So what we could do is just try to help it out. Give it a little bit more water, being like, hey, I'm eating tomatoes and stuff like that. I'm eating onions, and maybe my body doesn't like that. It might be healthy to other people, but it's not healthy to me. Or going vice versa too. So maybe sometimes this food or whatever or drink will suck for everybody else, but it doesn't suck for you. You have your own unique, amazing body. Okay. So that is like the first thing. So not the first thing. So you have on card C, it's like number one, decluttering your home. But you know what that's going to do? That's going to move freaking energy. All right. So start moving it. If you can't move, if you are just like stuck and you're like, I'm sick, Heather. Okay. Do what I did this morning. I start clearing out like my photos and my videos on my phone, install, get rid of apps, even digitally getting rid of clutter is going to help move that energy. So we got to move that energy. You got to take a little bit care of your body. All right. Even if your body sucks right now, water, vitamins, whatever like that. And then the third thing is the people that are around you. Okay. Upgrade some, push other people aside. Now, if you're like, Heather, that doesn't answer the question that I had, it's almost like I still get that feeling though, that this is your message for you, because this is what needs to be taken care of in order to take care of that. So if you're thinking about like a relationship, house, money, blah, 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 do this, and then the rest will come through, right? Okay. I need to hear that too hard on myself. I look in the mirror and I don't like I see what I see. Oh my gosh. I'm like that critical on my body. Yes. Okay. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. So you guys know that I was in that bodybuilding show, right? So now I'm in the best shape of my life. I have abs, blah, 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 blah. And what am I looking at? I'm not looking at what other people are. I'm looking at my glutes aren't defined enough. Oh my gosh, my hamstrings back here, they're not defined enough. I look fat in my backside, and like, seriously, Heather, like I wanted to set myself, So it's almost like it doesn't matter. Even if you get your dream body, even if you get to where you wanted, if things were all changed, you have to change your mind first, or you're still going to be doing that same exact cycle. My husband literally said to me the other day, he was like, if Heather asks if she's fat one more time, he was like, I'm going to lose my ever living mind. Isn't that funny? I know I'm not fat, but then you get into your freaking brain, and if you don't change that thing that you have inside of your mind, then it doesn't matter where you go. Does that make sense? It's going to follow you wherever you want, wherever you go. And that's the thing, especially for card C people. That's why detox some of those thoughts and things like that, one little baby thought at a time, and just give yourself some slack. Your body's been through a lot. Okay. Oh my gosh, Hannah said she came in late, but it came at the right time. The card definitely spoke to her. Yes. Oh my gosh, and Melanie is talking about watermelon. Yes, that makes sense. I needed to declutter my phone for sure. My mom is okay, just been decluttered. Oh, your room is okay, just been decluttered. Oh, see, that's perfect. Yes. And then maybe get rid of clothes that you don't like. That's what I did the other day. I went through my whole closet and I tried on everything, and things that didn't make me feel good anymore, I'm like getting rid of them. And then maybe I'll take them to a domestic violence shelter, because I like some of my clothes. And then I'll make, a woman's day, hopefully, there. Negative self-talk, it's our trait. Yes, exactly. Especially for people who are empaths and sensitives and things like that. We're way too hard on ourselves, Yes, and thank you for saying I look good. Both cards were in India too. Very good point, freaking Carrie. So I wonder. Oh man, I just smell Indian food. I love Indian food. Does anybody else love Indian food? I love freaking Indian food. I don't know what that means though, but I am smelling Indian food. I was thinking about having Indian food as my meal after my show, but I don't know. Perfect. Okay, yes, it's been on my mind so much, needing to clear out my closet. Yes, you donated stuff. Awesome. New beginnings, bringing in the peace. Yes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so hope that you loved your little readings here. I think that they were mind-blowing. If you're in the academy, butter chicken. Yes, I love me some butter chicken. Oh my God. Freddie Mercury India. I love that. Okay, so if you're in the academy, I'll see you over at 11 o'clock. We're going to take a little break, maybe get a little snack and stuff like that. See you back there. And yes, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. I'll talk to you guys soon.